Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2. Check one. Check one. Check two. Check two.
That's an over. I would not have. I would not have bid. 2.5. What are the odds on?
your hats as we honor America with our national anthem. Please rise, face the flag.
Awesome.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets rang there, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of glory?
The greatest of all time.
Ladies and gentlemen,
The greatest PA announcer in the history of high school. Yeah, we gotta get him on.
Players. There will be no tolerance for any negative behavior such as taunting, trash talking, verbal, written, or physical contact related to race, gender, ethnicity, disability, sexual orientation, or religion. Such behavior will result in being ejected from this event. All participants and spectators this afternoon must respect the game, respect the officials, and respect the opponents. If you are ejected from this contest, you will have to take care of HS online course for enter for future games. We thank you for your cooperation and enjoy the game. And now, your starting lineups. First to visit Hoboken City, scoring Eagles. At the first guard position, a junior, number 3, Fernando Badillo. At the second guard position, a sophomore, number 4, Alan Gomez. At the third guard position, a senior, number 12, Zion Maldonado. At one forward, senior, number 2, Omar Tillman. And rounding out the Union City Soaring Eagles at the second forward position, a junior, number 5, Zach Mohammed. The head coach of the Union City Soaring Eagles is Mr. Drew Morano, and the assistants, Mr. Juan Mendez and Mr. Davey Giraldo. And now, the starting lineup for your Hoboken Red Wings. Starting at the first guard position, senior, number 3, Amir Boxley. At the second guard position, senior, number 5, Nick Petrozelli. At the third guard position, freshman, number 15, Jake Ellis. At one forward, a senior, number 1, Johanna Calloway. And rounding out Hoboken, at the second guard position, a senior, number 2, Nico Esposito. The head coach of your Hoboken Red Wings, Mr. Sean Palmer, and the assistants, Mark DeMeo, Mark December, and Nick Colvin. Your officials for this afternoon's contest, Mr. Jerome Starr, Mr. John Enman, and Mr. Kevin Griffin.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Hoboken High School for this week's HCST Athletics Game of the Week. The Red Wings play host to the Union City Eagles for what should be an HCIAL thriller. My name is Manny Pereira. By my side is Caden Drumler, and a nice little scene setting up today's game.
Yep, really good matchup on our way. A matchup, that has incredibly deep rosters on both sides of the ball. Expect multiple people this game as we welcome you into the booth to be in the double-digit point category. I expect it from both of these teams, and we are just moments away from getting underway here in Hoboken.
No doubt about it. These two teams faced off earlier in the year. Hoboken winning by 7 points. Union City wins the tip.
We are underway.
People fighting for the ball. Petroselli comes up with it. Fouls on the floor.
A lot of physicality right away. Expect exactly that.
Personal foul.
Two well-coached teams.
That is his
And
first.
two teams that are definitely not afraid to get physical. We saw it right away. Boxley going left, pulls back out to Esposito. Petroselli guarded by Gomez. That's a great matchup here in today's game. Ellis drops the ball and goes out of bounds. So a little bit of a careless turnover there for the Red Wings to start.
Good stand from the Union City defense, and that's exactly what they are going to need if they want to win this game. All of Hoboken's losses haven't come from the other team scoring a bunch of points offensively. It's stellar defense that has been the key as there's a travel there. Hoboken has never lost a game in which they've scored 53 or more points in. So the key is going to be holding them as low as they can.
And another thing is holding that big four to under double-digit points. Petroselli, Esposito, Boxley, and Ellis, when they score 10+, this team is 7-0, 7-5 in all other games. Esposito pulls up a three and drills it.
It was a big problem in this matchup, and if he can get hot from shooting as well, he's going to be a real threat. Taller than everybody on the court, standing at 6'6".
Gomez, nice little pull-up mid-range, friendly bounce, and goes in. You see a lot of good guard play in this matchup, especially between Gomez and Petroselli, as mentioned earlier, two kind of old-school style guards. Big fan of the mid-range. Esposito's a big fan of the three-pointer.
A big man from really far out.
Nico's
2 for 2, and Petroselli gets dirty. Nice little steal. Tries to get on the pump fake. Maldonado with good defense there. He's going to try to come back, and Boxley tips it out.
A couple careless turnovers by both of these teams to start things off. Maybe a little bit of jitters to start this one off, but I'd like to see some more fundamental basketball from each of these sides, especially Union City.
First time calling a game here, but not my first time watching a game here, and it's always a treat. Hoboken has great fans, always great turnout as well, and Boxley, nice defensive possession there. Petroselli on the fast break finishes it. Now timeout Union City. And something that was evident when we looked at the stat sheet and when we watched this game play against Newark Central is the amount of turnovers they forced, and they haven't skipped a beat so far.
Yep, just great job all up in Union City's faces, giving them no space to operate. It's worked great so far, and we talked about, you know, if they can just have a decent offensive day, they don't tend to lose, and 8 points through the first 2 minutes or so is just a phenomenal way to start things out.
And Esposito, who, like you said, is biggest guy on the court, also perhaps one of the better shooters on the floor. And we know Tillman could also stretch the floor. So 2 stretch fives between both of these squads. Definitely going to be interesting to see. Both of these teams can let it fly from beyond the arc. Badillo almost had some trouble inbounding it. Johnson getting his first minutes of the day, and Badillo trying to get his first bucket of the day, and he'll have the opportunity at the free throw line. By the way, it's not often you see a mascot in a high school game.
No,
The Red Wings.
I realized that as the national anthem is starting, I was looking for where the flag was, and there's a guy in a bird costume over there.
Badillo,
Excuse me, a bird over there.
yeah, there's a bird over there. By the way, great national anthem by the PA announcer here at Hoboken High School.
You can do it all.
Probably going to be the most impressive thing today that we see. Petrozelli. Esposito down low almost gets blocked by Mohammed, but Mohammed is charged with a foul instead, so Esposito will go to the line.
What a great pass in there by Petrozelli. Not a big window to squeeze that one in. That's just what you like to see. They're playing with so much confidence, and they have every reason to coming into this game on a 5-game win streak. Just every reason to believe they're going to be successful today.
This Hoboken squad suffered a bad loss against Snyder. Ever since then, they're 10-2 and 8 of their last 9.
And just converting on all their opportunities so far. And still that high press up.
And the freshman Ellis gets the steal, and he'll get a touchdown pass on the other end. Finishes the fast break. And Boxley again getting his hand on the pass. It'll stay with the Eagles as it falls out of bounds.
Union City just not doing a great job of handling the defensive pressure Hoboken has put on them so far. And it's not any one guy. The passes are getting intercepted. Even when it's one-on-one, they seem to be able to tip the ball away.
And Union City has been trying to put pressure themselves. Badillo told us yesterday that was going to be something that they tried to do defensively. Hasn't really worked, and I think it's safe to say that this Hoboken team might be the best team in transition that we've seen in Hudson County.
Yep, I mean, they just do such a great job right there. They forced the ball back. I thought, Union City might be able to get a little bit better after that timeout they called, have a chance to regroup, maybe adjust their strategy now that they know how much pressure Hoboken is really planning on applying on defense, but just no answers so far.
Petrozelli trying to work on Gomez. Nice little spin move. Swings it out to the corner to Callaway. He connects.
I mean, everything has worked. And the passing has been great. The defense has been phenomenal. And the three-point shooting to add on to all of that. An 11-point lead just halfway in to the first quarter.
Badillo heat check. It's short. Gomez gets the rebound. Nice little spin move on Ellis, and he gets fouled on his attempt.
And I mean, those shots like Badillo just put up are kind of the only solution so far. They haven't been able to get inside, and when they do, the ball gets poked away. So they force these bad shots, and if Union City can't hit them, they're going to be in a lot of trouble.
And it's not like Badillo's not capable. We've seen how much damage he can do from the three-point line. Averages 13 a game. Gomez's second free throw is good, so he goes 2 for 2 from the line. Petrozelli going downhill in the corner to Boxley, and there was a whistle blown, so it seems to have been a foul called, and it will go against Hoboken.
Offensive foul charge to number 5, Nick Petrozelli. First personal, team serve.
Nick Petrozelli is charged with the foul off the ball. So Union City catches a little bit of a break there. Would have been a break anyways because Boxley missed a wide open 3. And Johnson, who's been in and out of the lineup for Union City, looking to do some damage here for the Eagles now that he's back and healthy.
We'll see how they react to that now. Their first, I guess, tiny bit of adversity that they're facing today in that foul. Nick seemed a little bit upset. I hope they can regroup, and that's obviously what they're going to try to do.
Some more adversity now with that Gomez three-pointer. Ellis goes around the off-ball screen, is met by Johnson. Now back to the other wing of Boxley, who tries a three-pointer, and it's a little bit too strong. Tillman comes up with the rebound. Badillo goes with the right, and he kisses it off the glass. So Union City on a little bit of a run here, only down 4.
Yep, right back to 4 points. This Union City team is not going to go down easy. They know how to come back, and they are no stranger at all to playing extremely tight games. 8 of them so far that have come within 6 points or less. So they know how to operate in these tight, intense scenarios. 4-4 in those games.
Petrozelli to Ellis. Good defense there by the Eagles. Callaway down low to Esposito. Bounce pass to Callaway, and Gomez strips it away. Now Gomez coming the other way. And his pass also gets deflected. So Petrozelli all by himself will take the easy layup. And Hoboken again, turning defense into offense.
And that's got to be at least 8 to 10 points now so far created just on those transition plays alone. And Union City still yet to find an answer. I mean, it's gotten a little bit less frequent as the minutes have ticked on, but still no concrete solution.
Union City can't take advantage of the over-aggressiveness there by Hoboken defensively. So Johnson misses the wide-open mid-range. Boxley trying to do it, and he is called with the travel. Hoboken is yet to make a substitution. And Pavlin checks in for Union City. Maldonado also back into this game. Gomez checks out. Now less than 2 minutes to go here in this first quarter. Johnson guarded by Petrozelli. Petrozelli trying to get a hand in there. To no avail. Now Maldonado. To Mohammed, who takes an open three. It's a little bit too strong. Callaway comes up with a rebound. And a long pass over to the Union City bench.
Look out. But this is what I like to see from Union City now, forcing a few mistakes from Hoboken of their own, earning back some of those possessions that they lost earlier, those pokeouts.
And they've been getting open looks, just haven't fallen, at least in the last two possessions. Gonna run the clock out a little bit here, a minute and 10 seconds left. Maldonado trying to split the defense, gets the pass out to Mohammed. Mohammed going downhill, turnaround jumper, a little bit too strong. Johnson gets the rebound. His shot is no good, and it'll go the other way. Coach Morano has received a warning for complaining to the refs. Wanted a foul.
A little upset there.
Now he's laughing with the referee. So no hard feelings, just enforcing it early. No technical fouls yet. And both of these coaches are fairly emotional, to say the least.
Right there, too.
Boxley's three-pointers off the mark. Pavlin comes up with the rebound. Jumbo will go the other way. Oh, no, it is a foul.
To get a couple of these points back before the end of the first quarter, the three-point shooting for Hoboken has seemingly cooled down a little bit, extremely hot to start off the first quarter. And, you know, if they can work past this amazing defense in the paint that Hoboken has had so far, I expect a lot more points from them offensively.
Johnson almost loses the ball. Instead, Maldonado has it. Clock winding down. 12 seconds left. Takes the screen from Pavlin. Down low, pick and roll action, and Ellis blocks it off the glass. Going the other way is Boxley. Boxley to Callaway. Callaway pass down low to Esposito, who gets it off at the buzzer and makes the layup. 19-11 is the score now. After a nice buzzer-beating shot there by Nico Esposito. Tremendous possession there by Hoboken, and they get the last blow here in the first quarter.
Yeah, just a dream last 20 seconds or so of the quarter for Hoboken. I was just talking about their great defense in the paint. They show it there, and they get the transition. Now they have the momentum, obviously, with that little buzzer beater to finish off the quarter, and also an 8-point lead heading in to the second.
Yeah, this Hoboken team, very aggressive. We saw that, and it worked for at least most of the quarter, turning defense into offense, getting a lot of buckets in transition. But Nick Petrozelli, 2 fouls, had to come out of the game late in the first quarter. Is that something that we're going to have to be concerned with going forward?
I mean, yeah, obviously, don't want to have to sub out any of your big three there. Jake Elliott is obviously a great number 4, too, for this team. And they just work so well together. I mean, we talked to them yesterday in our interview. They've played together since 6th grade, and you don't want to lose that chemistry either that happens if, either of the three of them are out missing time. That's something that takes years to build up, and obviously they want to rely on that as much as they can through these next 3 quarters of basketball.
Offensively and defensively as well. With what Petrozelli can do on both sides of the ball. They're going to have to start the second quarter without him. Isaiah Blanks is in for the Red Wings. Callaway gets the ball in the wing. Turns around, passes it to Blanks, who thinks about a 3. Is called with the travel there. Coleman, not a big fan of that one.
Yeah, I mean, despite those 2 points that Hoboken had to finish off the first quarter, the offense has calmed down quite a bit. The Union City's defense seems to have found a little bit more of their rhythm, and we've talked a lot so far through the first quarter about how important that is against a squad like Hoboken.
Medina, corner 3, a little bit too strong. And now Blanks to Ellis. Ellis to Esposito. Blanks has an open look. He'll pull it up, and it airballs. It'll go the other way. Callaway thought it went off of Pavlin. Zebras thought otherwise.
Yep, and looks like a little bit of shooting struggles now from each of these teams, at least in the past few minutes of play. Hoboken, we talked, they came out to a great start. Every shot seemed to fall, especially from range, and now both teams having trouble finding the basket.
Maldonado in the corner to Medina, who's going to try another 3-pointer. This one goes off the top of the backboard, and Comer wants the refs to say that it was out of bounds. I thought they would. They don't. Ball still in play, so Maldonado will get another chance here, and none. As that floater almost goes in. Either way, he will have a chance to get 2 points at the charity stripe.
Personal foul charge number 3. Rossi, second personal. Teams first. Ryan Maldonado, line shooting 2.
Maldonado going to try to get on the board here for the Eagles. He has not yet.
And this is where Union City, I mean, this is your chance to get the 3 points, build back. You're down 8. You have to take advantage.
0 for 2 from the line. Ball is out of bounds.
I mean, the last matchup between these two teams, they were exactly equal in rebounds. I believe it was 28 for both sides. I like to see, how that trend works out. Union City seems to be doing a fine job of getting rebounds so far. A couple on that possession before heading to the line.
Most of the rebounding in that game came from Omar Tillman, who had 11. And he's off the floor right now, so let's see what Union City could do on the glass with his absence. And
Yep.
Ellis, nice pass down low to Callaway. Johnson does a good job getting a hand on it. Hoboken still has the ball. Blanks, nice pass to Esposito, who can't finish it.
And as you were saying, double-digit rebounders for both teams in that game, not just on the Union City side.
Gomez tries a 3-pointer, a little bit too strong, goes off the back iron. Medina's going to try another one. He hasn't been afraid to take those 3-point shots. Good to see that confidence. 0 for 3 for now. The other way, jump ball.
Nick Petrozelli finally back in. Definitely, apparently missed by this Hoboken squad. Obviously, don't want to get your 3rd foul anytime before the half. I'm sure that was a warning given to him by his coach, and we'll see how that storyline unfolds through these next 5 minutes and 45 seconds. Hoboken leads 19-11.
Offensive foul, charge number 5.
Mohammed is charged with an offensive foul. Union City has really struggled to get in a rhythm here offensively. They've yet to score here in this second quarter. 2.5 minutes into it. And Callaway splits the defenders. He has trouble keeping the ball. Blanks gets it, little floater, and is fouled on the way up. A little frustrated, he didn't finish it there. Either way, 2 shots here at the line.
Yeah, a lot of reasons to be frustrated right now. If you're Union City, you did a great job offensively to start this second quarter. No points at all through the first 2.5 minutes, and it didn't help you at all in gaining back to this 8-point hole that they're in right now. They're in the exact same spot that they were, despite the defense doing a phenomenal job.
By the way, the mascot has moved over to the other side of the court.
I think he should just go wherever Union City are shooting their free throws. He's yet to flap his wings so far today. I bet that looks distracting, though, when he does. Union City yet to pull a whole lot of threes. We've seen a couple.
There's an attempt right there, and that one is nothing but air. And a Blanks long pass to Callaway, who finishes it. I don't know if these guys practice that at Hoboken, but they're so good at making those full court passes.
I mean, it's just clockwork, and especially at the high school level, we don't see a lot of consistency in those like full court heave passes, but Hoboken has mastered it.
And the sharpshooter for Union City, Omar Tillman. It seems like every time we come to a Union City game, he's getting it done from beyond the arc. He does it right there as he breaks the drought for the Eagles. 22-14 is the score now. 4.5 minutes left in the half. And Petrozelli passes it to Callaway, who thinks about the three-pointer. Instead, he'll take an easy little floater there. Hoboken back up 10.
Just really shifty there, and we haven't seen a lot of that so far from Hoboken. It's just been fundamentals, create space, get open passes, but great display of technical skill.
Padillo's three-pointer is off the mark.
And again, Hoboken forcing these shots that Union City really doesn't like. They haven't been able to get into the paint at all.
Petrozelli takes the screen. Boxley, deep three. No, in and out. Kind of teased everyone here in this gym a little bit, even Coach Comer, who got up from his seat. Gomez. Nice crossover there and lays it in off the glass.
Not much Petrozelli could do on that defense there. Great job with his outside hands, making the space for himself.
Seeing Petrozelli not as aggressive as before, which is expected with the 2 fouls. And Blanks tries a little bit of a heave there. Not the greatest take. Union City going the other way. Tillman thinks about a 3, almost loses it. Gomez, nice little turnaround, uses his pivot, gets his own rebound outside to Salcedo, who connects.
And that's exactly how it has to go. Union City is not going to get too many shots like that, as open in the corner as that one was. And, you know, so far when they've had the open shots, they've done a really solid job taking advantage and converting them into points. 8 points, in this last 2.5 minutes for this Union City squad. The offense finally finding a lifeline here in the second.
Yeah, so now only a 5-point game here, and Hoboken, there, especially in that last possession, not a great job of rebounding the basketball. Saw Gomez get his own rebound there, kick it out to the corner, set up an open shot. So they're going to have to do a better job of that, and we saw it. Early in that second quarter, not as aggressive defensively as they usually are, considering with the fouls, especially Petrozelli there. So it's going to be something to look forward to in this game, how they adjust in that aspect.
Yeah, the fouls have been a really big issue especially considering how Hoboken has played defense through these first 12 minutes or so. They've guarded the paint so well, and now that they can't get as physical, they can't get their hands in as much at risk of losing some of their best players on the court, Union City has finally found a way in.
And somebody who should help with those rebounding woes, Zaire Miller. Two and a half minutes to go here in the half. Boxley goes up and under and gets fouled. Moreno not a fan of the possession there for Union City.
Personal foul, charge to number 5, Zach Muhammad. And his third personal, third, Flamir Boxley.
Fouls against Mohammed, and I don't know if you heard the PA announcer there. He's up to 3 fouls already in this game.
With foul trouble becoming a theme for both of these teams now. Hoboken doesn't necessarily change their offense too much based off of that. They've had a lot of buckets just come from free open layups in transition, and three-pointers as well have been a big contributor. But Union City now, we just talked about it for Hoboken, physicality has been a big part of this matchup.
Gomez surveys the defense. Bounce pass to Tillman. Well, let's thought about a 3. Union City hasn't taken many dribbles in this possessions, but Tillman takes a 3-pointer. It's a little bit too strong. Ellis going downhill, puts it up with the right hand, then kisses it off the glass. Now a 9-point game. Hoboken back up fairly big here.
And it's Ellis right back on defense in the face of Alan Gomez. He's got that one past half court.
So mature for a freshman, Jake Ellis, on both sides of the ball, making his impact felt, and Badillo also making his impact felt.
Not someone you want to heat up. He can shoot so well, especially under pressure when his team needs him. The last time we were here for a game of the week or covering Union City for a game of the week, it was his corner 3 that was the difference maker over Bayonne. The heat from the Hive.
Trademark, Mr. Pirro. Less than a minute and a half left here. 6-point game.
Honestly, a closer game than I would have expected considering Union City's offensive struggles to start everything off in both quarters. Now at this point, they've finally relaxed a little bit on offense, haven't given the ball away nearly as much.
Offensive foul on Omar Tillman. Safe to say the refs have been blowing the whistle throughout this game, not letting them play through as much as maybe one would expect, but it is true that they are being very physical, both teams. Esposito tries a floater, and he gets fouled. So right on cue, we spoke to Elijah Williams, who obviously is not playing in this game, star guard for Hudson Catholic, and he told us the difference between international ball and high school ball, and the biggest difference being the amount of fouls called in high school. And we've definitely seen that this year. Last time that we called the game was between Prep and Hudson. A lot of fouls there, some controversy involved. And then in this game early on, a lot of whistles being blown.
Yep, definitely impacts how these defenses decide to play. Also definitely depends on the set of referees. We've had some that have definitely held it in more than others. County championship last year comes to mind.
Tillman takes the ball from Medina, bounces it right back to him. Gomez trying to get past Ellis. Little fadeaway jumper there, and he gets it to go. So a 6-point game here, less than 30 seconds left now. Ellis, nice spin move, splits the defense. Blanks gets it, back out to Ellis.
Ellis
15
so crafty.
seconds.
He gets right open and now holding on for the last of the half.
Ellis gets past Salcedo, and he'll kick it out to the corner. Swings it to Blanks. Blanks for three. In and out. Miller gets the rebound, and there's a jump ball, no foul. So 1.5 seconds left. Hoboken will have possession here under their basket. A chance here to go up more than 2 possessions. Blanks trying to inbound it. Up to Ellis. Ellis going to heave it up here off the dribble, and he doesn't get it to fall. So
Great job by Hoboken there, tight on the inbound. Big throw out, and not too much chance for a great shot there for the Red Wings, and that brings us to the half.
definitely had a solid look there. Couldn't get it to fall either way. 30-24 is your score. Hoboken leads by 6. We'll be back here, HCST Athletics, with coverage of your game of the week. Second half coming up. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the second half here of the game of the week on HCST Athletics. Hoboken leads Union City by a score of 30-24. Union City starts with the ball. Badillo going to try to get the scoring started. Tillman trying to clean it up, and he does.
I like to see Tillman getting involved right as we get things underway. I was a little underwhelmed from him in the first half. Had 3 points, the one three-pointer that he made over in the second quarter, but he's a player that can consistently score in the double digits, and I like to see him trending towards that way as we open up play here in the second half.
Boxley to Callaway. Trezelli gets it back.
Player that spent a lot of time out due to his foul trouble. Had 2 in the first, stayed at 2.
Ellis gets the offensive rebound and gets it in off the glass. And one for Jake Ellis, who will try to finish the three-point play at the line. Hoboken trying to go up 7. And speaking of those fouls, we were talking over the break about Petrozelli and Boxley, who each had 2 fouls, and we saw they weren't as aggressive towards the end of that second quarter defensively like they usually are. So going to be something to watch throughout this game as it progresses. Either way, Hoboken up 7.
Yeah, I mean, Nick and Lemire combined for 6 points total in the first half. It's not something we expect from them, but another thing that we talked about earlier was how great they can be as a team, just 1 through 5 with a lot of people contributing, and that is why they are still in the lead despite all of that.
Callaway tries a 3. He connects.
Shooting here for both of these teams is exactly where they want it to be.
Hoboken responds. Gomez trying to do it again. That one's a little bit too strong. And Alan Gomez has provided most of the scoring for Union City. He had 11 in the first half. Already has 3 here, so up to 14 points in this ball game.
Yep, already beating his average, a big contributor and a big reason why this game is even close as Union City is in the hole by 8 points.
Boxley, that's a long pass, and now Petrozelli back to Callaway, who had to pick up his dribble. Boxley getting double teamed here. 8-point game. Already 2 minutes have passed in this third quarter. And a nice little behind the back bounce pass to Esposito, who can't finish it. Callaway gets the rebound and then is fouled. Not sure. So it will be on the floor. Callaway never really attempted a shot.
Tillman's second, and he's going to come out as well now.
Callaway. Ellis guarded by Johnson. Esposito had 12 in the first half. See if he can continue his scoring dominance here in the second. Ellis going downhill, up and under, and he gets another one of those crafty layups to go. Jake Ellis has been money down at the rim for the Red Wings. Freshman not afraid to go downhill.
Just a great job. Squeezes by the 2 defenders, one on the outside, and great layup to boot.
He's being a pest defensively as well as he gets his hand on that pass.
Lead is up to 10 now for Hoboken for the first time in quite a while.
Badillo cuts on the inbound and can't finish a layup that we probably expect him to. Either way, he'll have a chance for 2 points here at the free throw line. First shot is good. Second shot is good. 2 for 2. Badillo gets it done at the line, up to 9 points in this game. Johnson gets the turnover there. As Petrozelli's pass is intercepted, and then Badillo there on the nice cut. Johnson with a pretty assist there.
Yeah, just a reckless pass all the way across the court. And, I mean, we've discussed how good they are, but just not great decision-making there. And Union City with great reach.
Missed opportunity there for the Red Wings as Boxley airballs the three, and then Petrozelli can't clean it up on the second chance. Badillo going to try a three in transition, and he connects.
I mean, this is the best play or minute of play that we've seen from Union City all game, just complete in every which way. They didn't do a great job of forcing turnovers in the first half and finally finding ways to get those cheap points like Hoboken was doing earlier.
Great possession there in transition for Union City, and something that we've seen is Badillo come alive. I mean, officially comes alive there. 7-0 run, mostly led by him. Union City now only down 3 points here with this timeout, which was very much needed for Hoboken.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it was just a second ago I said that the lead was to 10 for the first time in a while, and now the lead is back to 3 for the first time in even longer.
No doubt about it. This game setting up to be tight, and you just heard Coach Comer there say anybody's game. And that is indeed correct. Hoboken going to try to respond here. Not let the Eagles officially complete the comeback. Petrozelli bringing the ball up. Going to have to try to get involved here. Scoring the ball. Boxley pull up mid-range, gets fouled. It was a good job of selling the call there, so he'll try to earn his points at the line.
Personal foul, Zach Muhammad. Fourth personal, team fourth, Boxley line shooting two.
Muhammad charged with the foul. He's had a pretty brutal game. 4 fouls now and is yet to score a point. He's going to come back out of this game. Maldonado will check in. And Zaire Miller will check in for Callaway.
Re-entering Zion Maldonado.
Boxley goes 2 for 2.
Hoboken leads in 40-35.
5-point game now. Johnson, good jab step there. Guarded by Esposito. Union City taking their time here. Hoboken not being overly aggressive on defense, and Johnson gets fouled on the shot. Warning charged against Coach Comer.
Both of them now with a warning.
So perhaps some technical fouls might be being issued here. Johnson's first free throw is good. I kind of agree with Comer's sentiment there. I mean, just a lot of fouls. And to see them be called on these jumpers as well, this is not good for Hoboken, especially who they thrive and pride themselves in being aggressive.
Yep, and we saw it there. I mean, Union City is taking way more time when they have the ball on offense than they were in the first half, doing a great job getting much cleaner shots off than those kind of chuck-up threes that were happening back in the first.
Turnover for Union City.
Unforced.
Now some pressure being applied defensively here by Gomez. Petrozelli, nice crossover, swings it out to Ellis, who has a wide open three. Bottoms. Jake Ellis finishes the pretty dish from Nick Petrozelli, who does a great job there on the crossover, finds the open man.
Yeah, Petrozelli deserves just as much credit there. Attracted so much attention to him, and Ellis could not have been more open beyond the arc.
Now a travel is called. Another travel here for Union City. Seems like the timeout has served well for Hoboken as the Eagles cool down a little bit. And Boxley loses the ball, and that'll go behind the half-court line. Half-court violation there. Very unforced turnover there for the Red Wings. 2.5 minutes left here in the third quarter. 6-point game.
Union City's just got to hold on to the ball and actually get quality shots up. These turnovers are really starting to damage them again and in a different way. I mean, there's unforced travels.
Another one probably should have been called there on Patlin, who tried a three. Gomez pulls up a mid-range, and he has just been money today. Alan Gomez off the dribble.
I mean, there's just been no answer so far. He's at 16, if I'm counting correctly.
Indeed, you are.
It's a big day for him, and Hoboken's going to start to stack up defense in that direction. Now it's going to be time for Badillo or potentially somebody else to start scoring some points.
Union City goes to a zone, and Esposito found the soft spot there for what was a good look, but he couldn't finish it. So 4-point game here, 1.5 minutes left in this quarter. Gomez pulls up for another mid-range, and that one goes in and out. Petrozelli gets the rebound.
Yep, double team there, and just what I was talking about. Way more attention he's going to start getting.
Miller can't get the second chance point to fall.
1 minute to go in the third. 1.
55 seconds left in this third quarter. Maldonado to Johnson. Union City going to take their time here. Take off as much clock as they can.
Nobody inside the arc.
And that one is waved off. Foul on the floor. Another foul charged against Esposito.
Personal foul, charge number 2, Nico Esposito, second personal to his third.
His second foul in this quarter. Johnson gets another call there in the elbow spot. Badillo, three-pointer. Bottoms. Fernando Badillo makes it a 1-point game. Big third quarter for him.
Everybody's getting involved now. This is the closest this game has been since 0-0.
Ellis tries a three-pointer. He responds. Jake Ellis. Another one who's been on fire in this game. Now less than 10 seconds to go, and Ellis gets in the passing lane. Ball falls out of bounds.
And we've got a game. And let's talk a little bit more now about how these teams do in close games. We mentioned it for Union City earlier. They've had 8 games, all within 6 points. They're 4-4 in those games, so not too spectacular of a record, but hey, they've been there. Hoboken, they've had 3, and they've won all of them when the score is tight.
Alan Gomez pull up 3 at the buzzer. And although he's had a lot of shots fall for him, that one will not quite fall through the net. So a 4-point game here through 3, 46-42. What a showing by Jake Ellis.
Yeah, I mean, stars shining bright. I wasn't expecting it to be this kind of matchup where it's, a standout player for each team. Obviously, Gomez on the Union City side, and as you mentioned, Ellis is having quite a nice game too. I thought it was going to be a bunch of players in the 8 to 12 point range, but that's not what it's been. It's been a showing of the stars, and I'm really interested to see how this game evolves through the next 8 minutes. Union City is getting closer than they have been all day. Still yet to take the lead, but as we've seen, they've gotten close within 1 point at certain times, and we've got a tight one on our hands once again.
Yeah, we mentioned that when Hoboken has 4 players score double digits, they're 7-0, and then they're 7-5 in all other games, so still over 500 in that aspect. They haven't gotten that in this game with Esposito and Ellis providing most of the scoring. And then for Union City, it was all Gomez at one point, and now Badillo has really come alive. And they haven't really been able to get over that hump, though, and really take a lead in this game. So it seems that they're going to need a third player to kind of take that step up along with Badillo and Gomez. And if that happens, then the Eagles will definitely have a shot at pulling off the upset here at the Nest.
Yeah, but I think the obvious answer here is obviously Omar Tillman, who hasn't had quite the best day. 5 points so far. Looked like he was off to a good start to his second half, had the first bucket, but haven't heard much since then, especially because of the foul that got him taken out.
And that's a sleeping giant there for Hoboken. Lamir Boxley, step back mid-range shot at the elbow, gets it to fall. And if he gets hot, Hoboken's going to be almost impossible to beat. And now he tries to come up with the ball there. Miller does instead. Petrozelli, nice little reverse layup there, gets it to go. 8-point game and an instant timeout called by Union City. Those are 2 guys that could definitely step up for Hoboken as this fourth quarter comes along. Petrozelli and Boxley get it done.
Yep, and that's exactly what Hoboken was missing. We saw so much in the first half of them poking out the ball, forcing these turnovers, and getting easy points. And then halftime came along, we played the third quarter, and we didn't see nearly as much of that. So I'm sure they're ecstatic to see that back here in the fourth.
No doubt about it. And most of all, to see Petrozelli and Boxley get on the board instantly in this fourth quarter should definitely be a good sign of things to come here for the Hoboken Red Wings.
Yeah, I mean, if they can heat up and do what we thought they were going to do in the first 3 quarters, this game is not going to be nearly as close as we were talking. But they've managed to shut them down so far. Let's see if they can keep them off or hold them off here in the last 7 minutes.
Petrozelli thought that ball went out of bounds, and Mohammed gets on the board. He struggled in this game, but if he can have a big fourth quarter, all of that will be wiped away. So a 6-point game now.
Yep, I said Tillman, but could just as well be him too if he can stay in this game. Obviously, we talked about his foul trouble.
Callaway crosses over and gets absolutely rejected. Omar Tillman, a man amongst boys. What a block.
That's the fastest I think the basketball has moved all day.
No doubt. There's a dent in the padding there.
He was all over that. There's no part. Center mass on that basketball.
And Boxley heaves one up. He airballs. Miller kicks it out to Petrozelli. Callaway swings it to Ellis. Hoboken will reset on this possession.
Union City, good defense on the perimeter so far. I like what I'm seeing.
Boxley tried a heat check there. The heat check came back negative, and he'll try another jump shot. That one doesn't go. And Badillo gets absolutely drilled. Trying for the rebound there. Ellis will be charged with the foul.
Yeah, reached straight for his forehead, but looks like he's okay. Got up pretty quick.
Still squinting his eyes there. And Blanks checks in for Boxley. Boxley's had a pretty uncharacteristic night here. He's going to take a breather and think about it. Badillo guarded by Blanks. Little spin pull-up there. And he's called for a travel.
These travels have just been killer for Union City. That's 3 possessions just taken away. You look, it's a 3-possession game. And just it's frustrating as well. I mean, you're trying to put together a good offensive production. The whistle blows, and all of a sudden there's nothing you can do. Ball's gone.
Ellis Gonna try another one of those nice layups, and he does. Nifty finish there.
I mean,
for
you
Jake
know,
Ellis.
you did a great job when you get it by Omar Tillman. He threw his hand in there, and not even he could get a finger on it.
I think we all held our breath when he went up for that block attempt. Fast break here for Hoboken. Callaway also gets that layup to go over Omar Tillman.
I mean, it's been all Hoboken in this second half. The lead is back to 10. Union City calls a timeout, and it's just everything the way of the Red Wings so far. I mean, they finally become way more complete. We see the fast break points now, which they missed in the third quarter. Everything that allowed Union City to work back into this game in the third quarter has been fixed.
And Callaway getting some high fives there on the bench at the timeout. Did a good job there in transition. Like you said, Hoboken, the main factor as to why they're up 10 now is those transition points. They got away from it a little bit. Union City was doing a good job of not turning the ball over. And now Hoboken has gotten hot again, in large part due to forcing turnovers, turning defense into offense. They're so good at that. And they keep getting it done now in this fourth quarter.
Yep, heading back on to the court. I mean, the time is now for Union City. They've let this slip away. Now a chance to regroup, talk to coach a little bit. And this is where things have to change. Badillo's still grabbing at his eye a little bit.
Ellis pressing against Gomez. Seems to have been a little bit of a switch here as Petrozelli is now guarding Badillo. And the foul goes against Blanks, which again, that's probably a whistle. I wouldn't have blown there, but either way, the refs thought otherwise. I think Tillman can hold his own against Blanks. No need for a whistle there. Probably harmed the Eagles more than it did Hoboken. And Badillo just smokes a wide open layup. And Tillman, I mean, right on cue, we said he could hold his own against Blanks, gets an offensive rebound. And now we'll get a chance here at the free throw line.
Yeah, that's also a layup that he has to make as well. And I'm talking about Tillman there. Obviously got fouled, so maybe a little bit more difficult. But you're big, you're right at the rim. And Union City just hasn't been able to get those buckets when they've gotten fouled. Not too many chances for the three-point play.
Badillo just put something in his eye. Let's see if that helps him. Tillman trying to make this an 8-point game. He already made his first free throw. And he goes 2 for 2 from the stripe. Callaway gets past Tillman. No carry called. Esposito in the corner. A little bit too short. Callaway gets the offensive rebound. And Boxley fields the pass, pulls up a three, and it's way off. Now Petrozelli guarding Badillo. See if Badillo can get hot here. 4.5 minutes to go. Tillman will try a three-pointer. Bottoms. Omar Tillman has kind of stepped it up now. 5 straight points for him, and we said that he'd be a massive X factor here for the Eagles. He's officially come alive.
Yep, 5-point game now, 54-49. Hoboken in the lead.
Step back three. Petrozelli connects. Nick Petrozelli responds, and the Eagles get their momentum killed a little bit. Nick Petrozelli with a nice three-pointer there. Johnson to Mohammed. And Petrozelli strips it away. And a foul is called
Going the way of Hoboken.
against Mohammed. Mohammed has 5 fouls now. He's 1 away from fouling out. Medina checks in for Mohammed. 8-point game, less than 4 minutes left. Petrozelli getting double teamed. Timeout is called.
Union City trying to copy Hoboken's defensive strategy in a way, but just a lot more forceful, a lot more direct, right to the ball. Tillman shows up, and he's a hard man to get around, forces the Hoboken timeout.
No doubt about it. And Petrozelli doesn't panic. Could have easily turned the ball over there, but instead calls a timeout. Hoboken in a pretty solid position here, 57-49. And we said for Union City, Tillman was going to be the important factor for them when it comes to making a comeback, and he's come alive, but Gomez and Badillo have cooled down.
Yeah, I mean, when we said a third needs to show up, that also implied that the two of them stay hot, and that just hasn't happened. Either the Hoboken Red Wings have figured out the way to defend them, but they haven't even been putting up a ton of shots either, especially Gomez. Badillo put up that layup that didn't go. Tillman converted points there.
And Badillo, nice job there, getting in the passing lane. And a foul against Tillman after Petrozelli picked it up. Coach Mariano very frustrated there as Tillman wasn't able to come up with the ball.
And still that really aggressive backcourt defense. Union City not letting up at all.
What a pass by Blanks. Finds Callaway wide open. Down low, Union City asleep at the wheel. Red Wings up 10 now. 3 minutes to go. Gomez pulls up for three, connects. Alan Gomez responds instantly for Union City. 7-point game now, sub 3 minutes to go.
Yep, great job. Gets the momentum right back for your team. And just as we were talking about them kind of sleeping a little bit, losing their star power, but Gomez keeps them in it there.
Alan Gomez, second personal, team third.
Whistle's not calming down at all.
Blanks guarded by Medina. He'll take this self-check out, or at least try to. It seems that the cashier was out of service.
7-point game. Hoboken leads it.
Petrozelli guarded by Gomez. He'll take the screen by Esposito. Esposito tried to dump it down to Callaway, and Tillman takes it away. And Petrozelli, what a job to get the steal, and he goes out of bounds. Nick Petrozelli not giving up on the play. We thought Tillman maybe could have had a chance at a breakaway dunk there. Petrozelli strips the opportunity away.
I think Tillman also thought he had a chance at a breakaway dunk there. Looked almost like he was slowing down a little bit. Petrozelli pedal to the metal. No problem catching up, but unfortunately couldn't save it.
2 minutes and 20 seconds left. Gomez in and out. Callaway gets the rebound. He's a little banked up. Grabbing his back there. And Boxley back to Ellis. Boxley slipped there. We saw him slip against Newark Central a few times. Hasn't really in this game until there.
Under 2 minutes now.
Esposito can't get it to fall. It'll go the other way. Union City going to have to start getting on a run right now with less than 2 minutes left.
Yep, the defense has stood up in the past minute. Offense just hasn't been able to score the points.
And a foul against Petrozelli.
Personal foul, charged number 5, Nick Petrozelli. That is his third personal, team's fourth.
Only his third. No need to panic here if you're Hoboken with a minute left. Minute and 40 seconds left.
What a job from him staying out of foul trouble. He hit two really early in this game and has stayed out of it entirely through this second half up until that moment.
And a foul called as Callaway was completely shoved out of the way. It'll go against Omar Tillman. Now Pavlin checks in for Tillman. Big loss there for Union City late in this game. Hoboken is not in the bonus yet, so they'll inbound. One foul away from being in the bonus.
Union City, I mean, Hoboken obviously going to want to extend these possessions, but open there, I guess.
Too easy in transition as Petrozelli finds Boxley. Johnson tries a three. Off the mark. Pavlin gets the offensive rebound. And then a foul is called.
Another one on Petrozelli.
Petrozelli up to 4 fouls. Comer not doing anything yet. He's going to keep his star in the game. So Pavlin, who is a little bit cold, hasn't been in this game for a while, is going to have to take 2 big free throws here. First one misses. Pavlin's second shot is no good, and Callaway comes up with the rebound. Timeout called by Sean Comer. Hoboken will talk it over a little bit. Just can't melt down now if you're the Red Wings, up 9 late in this game.
Yep, just fundamentals now, and we've talked about it throughout this game, how strong of a fundamental team they are. Obviously, just hold on to the ball as long as you can. I'm interested to see what Union City does if they decide to foul here and keep all the time on the clock that they can, even if it costs them a point or 2. But Hoboken has done a great job through this entire fourth quarter. They've completely come alive. They've relied on their strengths. The defense has been great. The transition points have come, especially earlier on in this fourth quarter. They've put everything together that they have needed to do to earn this easy trip out. Up 9 now, 61-52, and just need to coast.
No doubt about it. And if you're Union City, you foul in hopes of Hoboken missing both free throws. That'll keep it at a 3-possession game. Technically, anything can happen at that point. But if Hoboken just makes 1 free throw after inbounding this ball cleanly, then it'll be a 4-possession game. Union City not fouling yet. Petrozelli finds Esposito, who finds Boxley, who's just going to dribble. Now less than a minute left.
Union City's got to do something.
And Gomez officially called for a foul there.
We thank you for watching, all of you on YouTube, for our HCST Athletics Game of the Week. We ask you to subscribe if you have not already. We cover one game every week completely free, along with our pre- and post-game coverage.
Petrozelli makes the needed free throw. Not many better things to do on a Saturday afternoon with this cold. Just enjoy nice little game of basketball here between 2 very good squads. Now an 11-point game after Petrozelli goes 2 for 2. Gomez falls down and kind of throws the ball away. So 45 seconds left. Hoboken has all but won this game.
Yep, just to look ahead a little bit, not too many conference games remaining for each of these teams. 3 for Union City, 4 games left in total. Dickinson, Snyder, and North Bergen are on the table for them. On the Hoboken side, they've got a break. They play Newark Global Studies, a non-conference, and then Bayonne, Dickinson, and McNair finish out the season for them.
So now Hoboken, with a win here, would go to 8-4 in the division. which puts them well ahead of Bayonne and Union City. And at 8-4, they'd be a game and a half out against Dickinson, who they play next Saturday, so in a week from now. And that's going to be a big game that'll probably decide the 3 seed in the tournament if Hoboken runs the table here, especially in the county. And they've already started here against Union City. With a win against Bayonne and Dickinson, that should put him as the 3 seed in the county. And either way, they've probably already clinched the 4 spot at least, which is good. That secures a bye all the way until the quarterfinals. So a great regular season for the Hoboken Red Wings. Going to try to finish out strong against the Rams.
Yep, and that Dickinson game against Memorial, which ended in the buzzer beater shot, really messed up the county standings, especially for them. They were fighting for the 2 seed at one point, as Hudson Catholic and St. Peter's Prep don't play nearly as many county games, and now trying to hold on to the 3.
Byron Vanterpool, star for the Memorial Tigers, made a very clutch game-winning shot for what is probably the upset of the year so far, as Memorial slayed the Rams at home. So Dickinson now has a chance to fall out of the 3, as we said. They're going to play Union City February 4th, and then they get Hudson Catholic on Thursday, right before they play Hoboken. So you probably expect them to lose that game, which should set up a game that directly implies for the number 3 seed. So big game next week. Not saying that that'll be our game of the week. We haven't announced that yet, but it's definitely a strong candidate. So there's a chance that we'll see Hoboken for 2 straight weeks. Esposito will just dribble it out. Buzzer sounds. Red Wings soar over the Eagles. 11-point win for Hoboken. 65-54 is your score. Hoboken goes on top as they advance to a 15-5 record. Union City now 8-11 as they've lost 4 straight. Hoboken doesn't miss a beat. They come out victorious. What a game for the Red Wings.
Yeah, just a great team win. A lot to learn from this one for both of these sides, and a lot of implications as we inch closer towards the county tournament. It's one Hoboken is sure to be happy with, and that's going to do it for us today.
No doubt about it. That'll do it. Thank you for watching this week's presentation of the HCST Athletics Game of the Week. My name is Manuel Pereira. By my side is Caden Drumler. We hope you enjoyed the game, and we hope that you enjoy the rest of your Saturday evening.